Hey guys, what's going on? It's Vic here, back with another Madden 22 video. In today's episode, we're going to be rebuilding the Denver Broncos, but without Von Miller, because he did get traded to the Rams for a second-round pick and a third-round pick, which, in my opinion, by the Broncos, was a good move, but in Madden, it was not a good move, because in Madden, Von Miller is a freak. In my Rams simulation, his worst season, out of 4 seasons, his very worst season was 16 sacks. The dude's worst season was 16 sacks. Who can say that, bro? Like, my gosh. He was ridiculous in my Rams rebuild, and he was the entire reason, along with Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, that we were the #1 defense almost every single year, but the offense didn't really pan out. Make sure you go check out that video. Super sick team that I built, as I always do. Hopefully I can do that with the Broncos today. So in Madden, it's very unfortunate that I do have to leave him, but in real life, Von Miller, I honestly think, is on his way out. I think he's going to retire in 2 to 3 years. But the Rams are gunning it for the Super Bowl. Broncos have been in rebuild mode for a long time. So yeah, I think it was the right decision to trade him away for a 2 and a 3. But yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, let's get into the team. Trading away Von Miller for the Rams' second-round pick and a third-round pick, of course, just straight up goes through. So this is the overlook of the team. Melvin Gordon's here, but I'm going to start Javonte Williams. He doesn't have a face picture, apparently. But yeah, North Carolina along with Michael Carter, who's on the Jets now. Both duos at North Carolina. Pretty cool. I'm going to start him just because it has a development. Literally no other reason than that. Melvin Gordon, I don't want to trade him away because that would seem too unrealistic. This is not a realistic rebuild, by the way. It's a semi whatever I kind of want to do rebuild. And yeah, Jerry Jeudy's here. I'm going to start him over Tim Patrick just because Tim Patrick is 27. He starts regression in the next year. Courtland Sutton is great. Injuries just been a problem. Same thing with Jerry Jeudy. Noah Fant, very underrated. A very young offensive line that can develop. And this guy is his second string and he has star dev. So I'm going to move him to right tackle. I know it seems unrealistic, but he does have star dev. I do want to make full use of this guy. And then this guy right here, Glasgow, you're cool and all, dude. It's just your second string. Holy crap. What is this? What is this contract? I want him off my team. If he's being paid $14 million a year? No. This dude has star dev and he's going to be better than you. No, thank you. Macy is also garbage, I'm sure, too. His contract, can I cut him? No, you know, it's fine. I'll do that and then move him up there. I know it seems unrealistic to move him to right tackle, but I'm just not going to let him go to waste. I'm immediately trading this guy. Like, I'm not paying him $14 million a year. Anyone have high interest in him? I'm just going to do this on camera. Yes, someone does. Panthers. I'm going to trade it for a draft pick just to not be too unrealistic. I would love Taylor Moton, and I can easily trade for him, but I'm not going to do that. Dante Jackson's extremely easy to trade for, too. Same with Jeremy Chan, C.J. Henderson, all the same boats. But, third-round pick. I think that's fair. Oh, there he is. Glasgow, whatever. You know what? Who cares? No one cares about the pronunciation. He's off the team. Pronunciation is what I should say, even though I can't even say that right. Still, a third-round pick. We have 3 third-round picks now, which is cool. Definitely in a rebuild phase. O-line looks very young. Very young, very nice. All-star dev. I know this guy for sure has star dev. He does not have superstar. And defensively looking into it, great edge rush here with Jones and Bradley Chubb. Patrick Surtain, like, that's so weird to me how they didn't pick Justin Fields. I mean, good on them not to pick Justin Fields because he looks like a bust, but they have so many of these great players. Michael something. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Patrick Surtain, how big are you? 6'2", 202. You're moving to strong safety, dude. You are moving to strong safety. Oh, that's unrealistic. Dude, I'm trying to utilize my players the best I possibly can. He is going to strong safety over Kareem Jackson. Kareem Jackson, do I move him to middle linebacker? He's 5'10" and not very big, so I'm actually not going to move him to middle linebacker. Let me back out here. I feel like that would just be too small for the position. Both out of Alabama. I did not know Kareem Jackson went to Alabama. But, yeah, Ronald Darby, Kyle Fuller. I'm good with all that. Harris, Jones. Yep, I'm good with this defense. Patrick Surtain's going to play back there. Bryce Callahan, I'm probably going to keep on this team. He always ends up getting superstar dev. And probably Kyle Fuller because he does that too a lot. But, yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, the team looks relatively solid, very young, a lot of room to develop. That's what I like about this team. But anyways, guys, it is time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-2. That is how you revamp a team, bro. That is, imagine what we would be at if Von Miller was on this team, dude. First of all, I should not be getting happy because look at our standings. Raiders are 6-1, Chiefs are 6-1, and we are 5-2 coming off a loss to the Browns. We're not gonna make the playoffs, dude. Like, it's so annoying trying to compete in this division. Choose a draft class. I can't believe, why doesn't it just not always just give me auto-generated rookies if I haven't chosen after the second week? That's kind of frustrating. But opponent, players ready to negotiate. This is what I've been waiting for. No, Bryce Callahan, he always gets superstar dev, dude. I want to see how he regresses by the end of the season. Cortland Sutton, I for sure want back. Up the money for him. And he does resign. Kyle Fuller, a little old. Alexander Johnson, I like you, but again, age, it's a major thing in this game. Tim Patrick, age, major thing. Teddy B, you don't look like the quarterback of the future on paper, but considering we're 5-2, possibly. I just don't know, dude. He'll start regression at the age of 30 for quarterbacks. I think quarterback regression is 30 or 31. Depends how he progresses. If he gets to an 80 overall with star dev, I might resign him with a boss year, of course. And everyone else here is just a no. I could personally care less about them. So anyways, guys, it is time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, not making the playoffs, finishing at 9-8. God, simulation is just so flawless. I love how the Raiders finished 12-5. So realistic. Chiefs are 14-3, when in real life they're 4-4 right now. Flawless simulation. We got blown out by the Chiefs in Week 18, 45-10. If we won that game, I think we would have been able to sneak into the wild card, but unfortunately, we did not. So let's scroll over to stats and awards. I mean, we have Teddy Bridgewater at QB, so I shouldn't be too mad. Great passing yards, touchdowns is what wins games, and he's not doing that. 12th best offense, 8th best defense. That's what matters. So, cool, yards are great, dude, but 19 for 17 is a terrible, terrible stat line. That is really bad. Under 20 touchdowns. If you're under 30 touchdowns, that's not acceptable to me. Like, if you want to consider yourself a good quarterback, if you are under 30 touchdowns, passing touchdowns, you're not good. Under 20, you are terrible. If you have over 12 interceptions, that's not a good sign, but it doesn't mean you're bad. Melvin Gordon had 18 touchdowns. Second string running back always gets more touchdowns. But Javonte Williams, rookie year, had 15 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Not that bad, averaging 4.2 per carry. Pretty good year for a rookie. Cortland Sutton, 1,000 yards, 5 TDs. It really helps whenever injury is off because he would be injured all the time. Alexander Johnson, 125 tackles. Great season for him. Tackles for a loss. 18 for Shelby Harris. 12 for Draymond Jones. 12 for Malik Reed. 10 for PJ Hall. Sacks, 9.5 for Bradley Chubb. I expected more from you. Draymond Jones only had 4.5. PJ Hall only had 2. Malik Reed, who was the guy that had the most? He only had a half a sack. Shelby Harris, I guess you're a run stuffer. And that's it. Okay. Hopefully, I would think maybe Javonte Williams for 15 touchdowns. No, I don't think he'll get a running back upgrade. I don't know who would get an upgrade in the offseason. Hopefully, someone does. So let's just get into it. Here we are in the offseason as the Packers lose by 1 point in the Super Bowl, and it looks like there are no Broncos for the yearly awards, which is unfortunate. Looking into the roster to see if there is any development upgrades. And offensively, Williams only has star dev and obviously no face. Looks like Quinn Menares only has star dev, which is what I expected. Very young offensive line, as I mentioned before. Defensively, Bradley Chubb, superstar for only having 9.5 sacks. I don't know how. Patrick Surtain has no face, but has superstar. That is awesome to see. I think that's his actual face scan, which is really cool. So we have our new strong safety, and it does look like Kareem Jackson did retire. Johnson, did you regress at all? I want to see this. Did you regress? It matters. Yes. I want to sign him on a 2-year deal, and if he drops below an 80, I'll remove him from the team. He had a great year, so it only makes sense to re-sign him. Also, Shelby Harris got an upgrade to star dev, I believe, if I'm not wrong. I don't think he had star dev to start with. I think he had normal dev. But yeah. hopefully we can get a QB in free agency. I know Aaron Rodgers is always there after a year too, so if the draft doesn't work out, we can possibly go there. We are in the AFC West, I believe. Yes, we are. Richie Incognito retires, but it's not showing me that Kareem Jackson retires. It's a glitch. It's literally pointless to show me the other team's retirements. I only care about my retirements, dude. But let's look into the players' negotiations. PJ Hall, no. Bryce Callahan. I feel like I can get you extremely cheap in free agency because I always see you cheap in free agency. Melvin Gordon is just a no. I don't care if he had 18 touchdowns. Kyle Fuller, again, I can just get you cheaper in free agency. Johnson. I know I said I would re-sign him, but 82 overall, and he's already regressing. He wants a bare minimum of 3 years. I wanted to give him 2 years or less. And if you give a player any less, like, look, I'll give him 2 years. Let's spike up the salary and see free agency will be better for me in the long run. I dumbed it down by 1 year and just spiked up his contract. And he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want your contract. Like, that's dumb. Tim Patrick, he's already starting regression. Don't want him. Teddy B, great yards, dude, but that was not a great stat line overall. It was the defense that carried us. And everyone else here is just a no. So anyways, guys, apart from that, I would say it's time to move into free agency. Oh, boys, the irony.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Vic from the future here. I'm editing this video and I am realizing that this entire rebuild is solely about Von Miller and how he performs without the Broncos. So do not worry, Von Miller will not be on this team in this rebuild. I know I wasn't thinking about it during free agency. I find it stupid how the Rams trade a second and a third for him to immediately just be traded away. So do not worry. I'm going to put him back on the Rams. I'm going to put him back there where it should make it realistic. I know I gloat here about how I got him back and the irony and all that. Don't worry about that. Just completely disregard that at all. So just do remember that I am going to throw him back on the Rams like immediately. As soon as I get into the draft, I'm going to trade him away for a 7th round pick. I do realize this once I get into the draft. Just do note this is a rebuild without Von Miller, even though it would nice to be have him back and only like trade him away for a 2 and a 3 and then get him back. That would be nice, but again, it's about how the Broncos would perform. This rebuild is entirely about how the Broncos will perform without Von Miller. So do keep note of that. I'm so sorry that I made this mistake, but it will be fixed immediately.
Bryce Callahan, we stole. Ronald Jones, we put on a pretty cheap deal as well. So I know this seems weird, but I just hit me in the video that this rebuild is how the Broncos will perform without Von Miller. So I lowered his contract back down to 1 year. I put him on like the bare minimum money pay for a 7th round pick, and I put him back on the Rams because he will get re-signed on the Rams. It just hit me. I feel so dumb for saying that. There is no irony in this. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. This video is about how he won't be good, how he won't be on the Broncos. Because in real life, we all know this isn't going to happen. I'm trying to keep it realistic. I'm sorry about that. It slipped my mind completely that this rebuild was not to have Von Miller. And, yeah, he's going back to the Rams for a 7th round pick, just letting you know. Eli's not that good. 93 throwing power, 74 speed. 6 foot. Okay, I guess that's what we have. He was the best player available, and that's what I took.
All right, the Ravens are now on
Rashard Harden, hidden development, nice middle linebacker. So guys, after the draft, Eli is a 65 overall. I drafted a total bust. Not starting Drew Lock over him. That's just unfortunate. Defensively, Harden 68 overall. It does have hidden dev. Not really just the best. I traded away Von Miller. That felt bad trading him away again for the 2nd time. But, yeah, anyways, guys, apart from that, don't really expect the best season, but it's time to move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-3, bottom of the division. Kind of expected, not really, the best. But don't worry, Aaron Rodgers is always in free agency, and he wanted to be a Bronco anyway, so why not? But Bradley Chubb is here, our only elite pass rusher, quote-unquote, that we have. Bro, I just gave you more salary and he's being picky. Noah Fant, of course, I do want you back. Really cheap deal, actually. And he resigns. See? Take note, Bradley Chubb. You be more like Noah Fant. Dalton Reisner. I definitely want you back, and you resign. Great. Take note, Bradley Chubb. Jermont Jones, I do want you back just because you have star dev. That's kind of the only reason. Drew Lock, no chance. And everyone else here, I would say it is time to move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, as we didn't make the playoffs, finishing 6-11. That's realistic. Our QB situation sucked, so I'm fine with this. Eli did honestly not even that bad for a 65 overall. Second worst offense in the NFL, 20th worst defense. Eli, too many interceptions, but decent QB. Did better than Teddy Bridgewater, actually, in my opinion. Javonte Williams had a major down year from last year. Cortland Sutton, up year, 1,100 yards, only 4 TDs, though. Jerry Jeudy had 10 TDs, which is great to see. Looking into it defensively, Jamar Johnson, the second-string strong safety, had 107 tackles. Okay, tackles for loss, 22 for Draymond Jones, 21 for Shelby Harris, 15 for Bradley Chubb, and 13 for Floyd Wayne, the rookie defensive tackle. 5.5 sacks for Draymond Jones and 5.5 for Bradley Chubb. Extremely underwhelming. 2 interceptions for Jamar Johnson. Who is Jamar Johnson? Why is he getting more playing time than Patrick Surtain? Why is that a thing? Who is Jamar Johnson, and why is he suddenly so good? Defensively, Jamar Johnson, who are you? You're just here? Okay, dude. Is he like a depth linebacker? Yeah, he's my sub linebacker. That's why he's doing so good. I was about to be pissed if he was starting over Patrick Surtain. So anyways, guys, let's move to the offseason. And it looks like EA is actually mixing it up here for once. Seahawks beat the Colts in the Super Bowl, and there are no Panthers that win, Broncos that win any awards. I don't know why I said Panthers. Anyways, guys, looking into it offensively, we look exactly the same. No upgrades. Harden is only a star dev player, and there's no other upgrades. Shelby Harris is going down overall. He takes up a lot of cap room. I'm cutting him. I know he's really good and blah, blah, blah and all that. He had an extreme down year this year. He's not going to be good for the team. Let's re-sign the players, specifically Bradley Chubb. And, yeah, looking for Aaron Rodgers in free agency. That's what I always do because our quarterback situation sucks. At least I have someone to rely on whenever I get there. And going into the AFC West, Chris Harris Jr. retires on the Chiefs, you traitor. But looking into it, players ready to negotiate. What do we have here? Bradley Chubb, and he wanted more money and more salary because he was being extremely picky. And he resigns. Draymond Jones, definitely want back. That's actually a pretty cheap deal. Since I just cut Shelby Harris, I can give you more money as he resigns. Drew Lock is a no. Everybody else here is a no. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is time to move into free agency. So, guys, I'm looking at Von Miller on the Rams, and this dude got 27 sacks. Aaron Donald got 21 sacks. He just set an all-time record. I'm so upset. I am so upset. Where is it? He crushed the all-time record. This is what oh my God. What a freak. And I think I just spoiled that there. Yes, we did get Aaron Rodgers in free agency. Oh, I miss Von Miller, dude. Holy crap. Zadarius Smith to replace Von Miller, not going to be nearly as good as 27 sacks in a season. Aaron Rodgers, we signed. And Casey Hayward Jr. on cheap deal. Jake Bailey as a punter. We got our QB of the future. We're all good, boys. Let's just move into the draft. Stephon Jones, defensive tackle at pick number 5, power rusher, only has normal dev. Dang, that's really upsetting. Here we are after the draft, as obviously Aaron Rodgers is now our quarterback. And Stevens, I drafted this guy in the second round. No, I didn't. That was last year, actually. KJ Hamler. Who did I draft in the second round? It was like a wide receiver. Guess he was really bad because he's not even remotely in my top 6 lineup for... Okay. Harden. Going to be starting. Jones was not necessarily a bust, actually. 75 overall is not bad. Just didn't really have a development. Going to start Will Zeitler. Yeah, I like that. And everyone else here I don't really care about. I got everything I want. Got everything I need. And I think this team should be amazing. I changed up the playbooks a little bit. So I think we should perform a little bit better. Let's get to the midseason. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 5-2. Once again, dude, a highly contested division. I can't control this. Chargers are 5-2. Chiefs are 5-2. We are 5-2. I'm going to be pissed if we don't make the playoffs. Players ready to negotiate. Third season. Oh, Jerry Jeudy's not even 85 overall without morale yet. I'm going to up this contract. And here he signs. Ronald Darby. That's actually a cheap deal. Let me spread out the contract. And he wants more money. I'll give it to him. Michael, whatever. I want to give him a contract as well as he resigns. He's not picky. And I want to give this guy a contract. Just passing out all the contracts today. They're all young players that I do want to keep around, even though this is the third season. Up this as well. Spread out the contract as he resigns. KJ Hamler. Everyone else here I don't really want. So apart from that, guys, I swear to God, if we don't make the playoffs, I'm going to be heated. Let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, actually making the playoffs, finishing 11-6, second in the division behind the Chiefs. Raiders choke and finish 7-10. Thank God. That's a realistic thing. How the Raiders choke. It's realistic. We're coming off a loss to the Packers. Aaron Rodgers must not be too happy about that. But who cares? I personally don't care because we're in the wild card. Because finally, dude, Rodgers was terrible. 10th best offense in the NFL. Third best defense. Like, for someone who's an X factor, 3,100 yards, 27 TDs, that's upsetting. I wanted at least 33 TDs from Aaron Rodgers here. Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant. Oh, that's not enough weapons, just like how he complains about Devontae Adams not being enough of a weapon. But rushing, Javonte Williams was a stud. 20 touchdowns, 1,500 yards. Ridiculous numbers for him. Cortland Sutton, almost 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. A handful of 7 TDs for a bunch of players on the team. Great ball distribution. Defensively, Jamar Johnson. He's apparently a depth linebacker with the most tackles on the team. Tackles for a loss, 16 for Draymond Jones. Sacks, 9.5 for Bradley Chubb, not Jubb. Stephon Jones, the rookie defensive tackle who seemed like a bust, 8.5 sacks. Draymond Jones had 8 sacks. Zadarius Smith only had 7 sacks. That's upsetting for the replacement Devon Miller. Safety 0, defensive touchdowns 1 for Patrick Surtain. Let me go back to sacks here, and I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Where is it? Aaron Donald has the most sacks in the NFL by 25. Khalil Mack. Where is he? No way. Is he gone? Von Miller. 9.5 sacks. Okay. Had a hard down year from last year's ridiculous 27 sack season. So I'm not too upset about that. Just want to always check up on him just to make sure he's doing okay, you know, on another team that's not ours. Let's see if we can beat the Dolphins. I'm still sad about... Whatever. Let's just move into the offseason. Here we are in the offseason as the Cowgirls beat the Jaguars in the Super Bowl, and there are, once again, no Broncos that win any awards. Looking into the roster, please give me Javonte Williams dev up. He so deserves it, dude. Thank you. Javonte Williams is now a superstar development player. He so deserves that 20 TDs on the season. Ridiculous. Everyone else on defense looks the same, except for Casey Hayward, who is now a superstar X Factor. He's a superstar X Factor. God, I hate this game whenever it does this. Like, oh, you're regressing, but we're going to give you superstar X Factor. That makes no sense. Why would you regress the player if he gets an upgrade in development? That makes no logical sense. That's like saying, oh, since Brady's 40 whatever years old, like 44 years old, and he has a superstar X Factor. Oh, Brady won the Super Bowl last year? Doesn't matter. We're going to bring his overall down. Stupidest thing in the game, bro. So let's just see if we have any players to resign. I believe there is one. Jerry Jeudy, I think, was being picky about his contract. So I will resign him because I do need him. I'm going to be trying to get an elite receiver for the 4th and final season. So let's do that. But let's look into the retirement, see if we possibly have any. AFC West. Casey Hayward retires after getting Superstar X Factor. Love to see it. I'm so thrilled to see that was all for nothing and all that complaining was for nothing. Ronald Darby, you'll do for now, dude. You will do for now. I will up that salary and he resigns. KJ Hamler. Yeah, Ronald Darby will do for now. He's an 80 overall. He's not a bad player. I'll just keep him. So let's just move into free agency. Here we are after free agency as we're picking up James Bradbury, a better replacement for Casey Hayward Jr. T. Higgins, I gave you another weapon. Aaron Rodgers, perform, dude. You need to perform. Bradley Way, hidden development middle linebacker out of Ole Miss. Absolutely great pick. Here we are after the draft. As the team looks so good, just Rodgers perform. Javonte Williams carried the team last time. Way is a 75 overall. Going to start Harden too. I swear to God, Johnson, I swear, dude, why are you still my... Yeah, stop doing that, Johnson. Jones, I'm going to play I want him as a rush defensive tackle. Defensively, again, Way's going to start. Harden's going to be a second string. And yeah, I like where the team's at. Defense is amazing. Offense is good enough. Like, young offensive line, they all have star dev. Noah Fant, Cortland Sutton, T. Higgins, Jerry Jeudy. Javonte Williams to take stress off your shoulders if he's somehow injured, even though injury's off. You have Ronald Jones. Perform, Aaron Rodgers. You're an X Factor and you're an 87 overall. Make it happen, dude. You're bitching and whining about being on the Packers. So make it happen here. Let's get to the playoffs because it's the fourth and final season. Here we are in the playoffs as we are 10-7 behind the Chiefs once again here to face the Chiefs in the wild card. I'm going to hop into the divisional if we can win the wild card. I don't want to waste my time the wild card. But yeah, let's look into the stats and awards here, boys. Dude, your next factor, 9th best offense in the NFL, 8th best defense. And again, passing yards, sure, whatever. 9 interceptions, nice. Good job to keep it out of double digits. I need you to get 30 or above touchdowns, dude. You're an X Factor 87 overall quarterback. Rushing, Javonte Williams had 14 TDs, 1,500 yards, 4.7 per carry. Really put the team on his back with no face. Cortland Sutton, 1,000 yards, 7 TDs. Been really consistent throughout this rebuild. Jerry Jeudy with 10 TDs. He gets a lot of touchdowns, Jerry Jeudy. Defensively, Patrick Surtain with 110 tackles, 107 tackles for Rashard Harden, and 107 tackles for Bradley Way, the rookie. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Draymond Jones. Sacks on team, 12.5 for Draymond Jones. Where have you been, Draymond? You finally just woke up. Bradley Chubb finally woke up too with 11 sacks. Finally, the first double digits of this entire rebuild. Interceptions, 4 for James Bradbury, 3 for Patrick Surtain. Where's this defense been this entire time? 0 safeties, 1 defensive touchdown for James Bradbury. Now again, let's just go check up on our old pal Von Miller. See how he's doing. Let's go to the Rams. Von Miller, 15.5 sacks. I'm so upset. And what is that? Aaron Donald with 15 sacks, 11.5 sacks for Leonard Floyd. This was what I had whenever I was playing with the Rams in my Rams rebuild. Again, go check that out. It was just, I miss them. Please, let's beat the Chiefs. I know they're good in simulation. Please, just throw me a bone EA one time. Thank you. Oh my God, I have to play the Browns. Oh, I'm going to have to hop into this one. Simulate that. Let's hop into this. God, this is going to be frustrating. 88 overall Browns. I'm about to get trounced as JOK has unstoppable force as he reached Superstar X Factor. Okay, so it is 0-0, obviously, in the first quarter. 7-0. Come on, Rodgers. 7-7. Come on. 14-7. Nice job. No, come on. 17-7. Don't choke. You can't choke here, boys. Okay, 17-9. You're choking. 17-12. You're choking. Come on. 24-12. Hold it. 31-12. Thank you for actually letting me beat the Browns. Do not. I swear to God, Rodgers, if you lose another NFC championship game, I'm going to be pissed. Well, this is AFC, so you can't possibly lose it. This is AFC. Come on. We got this, boys. I'm going to be so freaking hyped if we can actually get to a Super Bowl. It's been so long since I had a successful rebuild. We need to get to the Super Bowl, not win the Super Bowl. That's what I consider a successful rebuild, not rebuild. You know what I mean? I'm so hyped. Come on, AFC Conference Championship. Please, don't be the Ravens. Titans, I'm good with that. Let's hop into this game. Okay. First quarter, what do we have here? 3-0, 3-6. Okay, 10-6. Nice. What are we going to have before half? 17-6. 17-13 at halftime. 24-13. 24-19. 31-19. Come on, don't choke. 34-19. Pulling away. Nice job, 34-19. It's the NFC Championships that were the problem. That's why I wanted to go to the Broncos. Great job, Aaron Rodgers. To the Super Bowl we go. Here we are in the Super Bowl as the Dallas Cowboys are here. I hate playing them. They're so annoying. Let's see if we do have any development upgrades, though. Offensively, looking into it. Aaron Rodgers, no. Nobody else here is a no. Defensively, Draymond Jones is superstar dev. way only has star dev. Why did Stephon Jones not get a dev up? That's upsetting. But yeah, anyways, guys, other than that, finally, this is considered a successful rebuild because I did make it to the Super Bowl. Let's capitalize and finish. Finally get Aaron Rodgers a Super Bowl win. I hope we can do it, so let's get into it. Here we are in the Super Bowl, 7-0. Great start for us. 7-3. Way to hold them just to a field goal. 14-3. Great job. 14-6. Come on. You got to capitalize on that touchdown there. They're going to score again. 14-9. 17-9. Great job. 24-9. Keep holding them. 16-24. Great defense. Come on. Just hold them. 24-16. Great job. We win the Super Bowl. It's going to be a successful rebuild. Aaron Rodgers gets it. Wearing number 3, that looks super weird. I didn't even know he was wearing that. Super cool Super Bowl celebration. Finally, I have a successful rebuild. Dude, it's been quite a while. I think my last one was with the Panthers probably. I don't know. It's been a hot minute. Dang, it's so nice to see. Screw you, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys and stupid simulation, bro. It's literally, if you are offensive loaded in Madden, bro, your team will just be amazing. It does not matter defense. Just have a semi-good elite pass rusher, and then, yeah, then you'll basically dominate simulation and defense, and you'll be completely fine. Aaron Rodgers hoisting the Lombardi. It's not going to tell us who the Super Bowl MVP is, so I will go look at that now. This is a successful rebuild without Von Miller. I did not have a successful rebuild with the Rams somehow, even though he's ridiculous with the Rams because Stafford just didn't perform, just like how Aaron Rodgers didn't perform until now. So that's awesome to see. But anyways, guys, if you have made it this far in the video, make sure you like and or subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Let's look at the season recap here. And it looks like Javonte Williams wins the Super Bowl MVP. That is awesome to see. Once again, guys, I thank you guys all for watching. Super cool. Tell me which team you would like me to rebuild next. And apart from that, guys, I thank you once again for watching. And I'll see you guys all in the next one.